like, okay, yeah, we're done here. So yeah,
Oh man,
they're all, always pretty much like that. So yeah, yeah,
all the covers look really pretty.
they do. It's usually all they have going for them is that they're pretty.
Are they dubbed into English
Yes, they
for the
are.
ones that you played? Okay.
I played R anyway. Yeah. So, yeah.
All right. I guess that's it for this week. This week's episode of RR. Next week, I think well, Final Fantasy Type 0 HD, is that next week? That's next week, right?
It is. It is. Oh my god, it is.
So that's going to be the one next week. So that'll be exciting. Do we have Oh, actually I just saw this. The PS4 Update 2.5 preview was just announced on the PlayStation blog. So we can actually talk about it. Sort of.
Yay! I can hear what all the awesomeness about.
So the highly requested features and changes coming soon. I guess the firmware is called Yakimura, which could mean many different things. So I will not even speculate. Sub accounts can be upgraded to master accounts, finally. So the stuff people don't care about. Facebook friend search. Let's see. So some of the cool things, remote play.
Whoa. Did you just say Facebook friend search?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I'm totally going to add so many people on my friends list that, like, are on Facebook. And I'm like, oh, you have PS4? Let's play. Yay. It's going to be awesome. Unless they don't, I'm like, have to harass them.
You have to like unfriend them.
That too. That might happen. It's like the line has been drawn in the 18th console generation for or against PlayStation 4. Share button. Who are you with? Tekken or them? Unless you're with Nintendo because they're kind of neutral, but whatever. And I kind of side with them anyway because I can't stop going back because I'm terrible. But yeah.
So the big thing, and this is even in their title, suspend and resume is finally going to be here.
What is that?
Gamers
basically
feature that he's been waiting for over a year for.
Yeah, basically it'll support almost all PS4 titles. Basically what you do is you're playing, mid-mission or whatever, and then you gotta go. So you just don't do anything. Just shut off the PS4. Don't close the application or anything like that. Next time you're back, just hit the PS button. It'll turn on, and you'll be right back where you were when you turned it off.
Interesting.
Oh, dude, I could totally just crack. It's nice. Like that will enable me to do day-long crackouts. It's like I need to turn it off. I don't push the button.
I don't think that was their intention.
Oh, dude, 24-hour continuous playthrough of something coming whenever that comes out.
This thing was announced way back at the beginning,
the unveiling.
At the unveiling in February. They basically said that one of the problems they wanted to address with PS4 was the time it takes from when you sit down to play a game and actually playing the game. In the PS3 era, it got really bad where in the worst case scenario, you sit down, you turn it on, it takes a while to boot the system, and then it says, oh, you need a system update. So you go and you get your system update, downloads, you install that, and then you put in your game, and then you start the game. It's like, oh, the game needs an update. And then so you got to update the game, and you wait for that, and then finally, sometimes hours later, you can play your game. And so, they've done lots of things to improve that. And suspend and resume was one of the features that they talked about in the beginning that would improve that, where it's like, it's just like phones and tablets these days. Your game is just suspended somewhere, and then you can just click on the icon again and it just starts up exactly where you left off. That is, that cuts out everything. It's a really nice feature. Remote play and share play are going to be 60 frames per second for the games that support it.
Nice.
That's going to be pretty cool.
Oh, Tropical, you have it, so we should,
I know.
try it.
I didn't know who else had it.
Because that was the things like if you're in the beta program, so you cannot remote play with other players with lesser firmwares.
Yeah.
So yeah,
So
we should.
we can try it out.
Oh, there was a beta for this?
Um, accessibility options they've added. This is pretty cool. Like you can basically remap any of the
Yeah.
buttons to any other buttons.
Wait.
So,
What was this called?
So accessibility options.
Accessibility,
Basically, the example that a lot of places that leaked the firmware features said was like, oh, you can now confirm your selections like the Japanese do by pressing circle instead of X.
Whatever.
Because you can remap them. But yeah, like
That's not bad, though,
it's
'cause-
much more than that. You can remap
It's all about the
all the
triggers.
buttons.
It's all about the triggers.
Yeah. my friends right now, like they don't want to play. They remapped their Destiny controls to Call of Duty because that's what they've been playing for the past few years. And so like they don't even use the triggers. They want to use R1 and L1 to shoot. And it's like, well, that's weird to me, but whatever.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, that is weird.
So, now you can do it at a system level and it'll just do that for every single game.
Oh, dude, I kind of did like the Call of Duty controls better with R1 shoot.
Or you could stop being lazy
Then
and just
it
like,
is kind of an actual trigger on the R2 button.
Like, what the hell?
I guess they're adding Daily Motion as a place you can upload directly from to your share video clips. And then also trophy improvements where they've added... I'm not so sure about this stuff. So they've added the thing where you can remove games that have 0% on your trophy list for the incredibly vain about their
I know,
trophies.
right?
And then, it's a vanity thing. And then the other thing is that this is I'm sort of iffy about because, as you'll see, it captures screenshots automatically each time you earn a trophy.
Yeah.
This is a weird thing because sometimes when you earn a trophy, it's really mundane stuff, and so you just have a
Yeah.
screenshot of something super mundane and like.
Well, tropical for those
millions
epic
of other-
moments where you don't
For the
want to
epic
lose
moments,
it.
yeah, that'd be really cool. But
for
a
the
lot
ones
of
where
them, like,
Because there's
Uh,
games like Disgaea who have you get trophies for starting the game. Like, they're literally no effort.
Yeah, there's one for
So it's like-
that on Guilty Gear 2. It's like you
Yeah,
started
so
the
it's
game.
like there's
started-
no effort
you
into
installed the game.
whatsoever. Like, yeah, it's like you turned on your console. Good job. Like,
yeah, so that one is like, you're gonna have millions of people with a screenshot of the title screen that has a trophy overlay on it. It was like,
right?
what is this? How is? I guess it's good marketing, maybe, but how does this benefit us, the users? So yeah, that's the stuff that they've announced here. The suspend resume. That's huge. Finally, we're getting close to that complete picture of the PlayStation 4 that they gave us when they first unveiled the vision for the system.
Aren't we there yet with this firmware?
No, the last thing. Well, I don't know if this is the last thing. I've actually rewatched the announcement a few times. It's actually very inspirational. But so we have share button works, all that. That was at launch, and now
Share
it works.
play,
And that was
yes.
later. Share play works, and that finally came out. The remote play things, those are finally working. The last thing, or PlayStation Now, is basically released.
Yep.
The last thing they talked about was you would be able to sample every single game in the store via their streaming technology. That does not exist yet. So, and then the other thing was, they talked about when you start downloading the game, like it would be streaming at first as it started downloading, and then once it had enough, then it would just like seamlessly transfer over to actually playing off of your hard drive. These things seem like magic, but those are, again, it's all about that vision about cutting out the time between when you can play or when you sit down and you want to play and then you can actually play. Downloading, 50 gig games is not fun. Even downloading the first 10 gigs to be able to start playing, that's better, but it's still not the vision that they communicated. So once that gets there, that's going to be really cool.
Speaking of multi-size gigs games, like what's up with that? Like, can't we just get like a 7 gig Steam like game install? Just saying. At your house, if you're out there listening, dude, what's up with that? Kaz, you're
I
out.
guess
Just saying.
Maybe, I don't know, decompression is slower than...
Yeah, that was the problem with PS3. I had to like decompress the file that I just downloaded, and it took forever to
Yeah,
install.
the installs
that
took
probably is what it
forever.
is.
That's why just by having the exe, just a package, easy.
Oh, but they're so huge sometimes.
Giant installs.
But that's why preloads exist, except for Type 0, because Square Enix is a bunch of idiots.
Or maybe you should just buy the damn disc version and you won't have
Is
that
there
problem.
no digital version? Because like the Europe has their version up on the store for pre-order, and like US doesn't.
Yeah.
There is a digital version.
I don't know.
I guess it's just not on the store.
I had to resort to buying off their goddamn store.
Why didn't you
Like-
just like go to GameStop or something?
GameStop me.
That's right, gamer. That's the right answer.
But
And if that's the case,
don't
why
let
don't you
RPG
just
tell
get
you
it from
any
like
different.
Amazon if you're like worried about?
I ordered from Amazon the moment they put it up, and they're like, "Oh, we don't know when we're gonna get our stock in." Like, oh my god!
God.
Then never mind.
So I
Oh,
canceled
so
there.
you know that the Metal Gear Solid 5 Collector's Edition apparently sold out on Amazon in less than 24 hours, and I
I
was
got
like,
my copy in.
"Oh, did you? Wow!"
Yes.
I did not even see it. Like, I've been looking at different sites, and it's been nowhere.
I didn't even
And-
know it was a thing.
Yeah,
so.
that's just
Me
crazy.
either.
It is. The LE's got a bit rough though compared to the Japanese version.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
but the
the
Japanese
replica-
version costs a lot more.
Yeah. But you get a full size arm.
Because that's what matters.
But yeah, I got it. I was like, oh, I better get this because like this is like
Man,
one of my favorite series. And like, yeah, I better get it.
I'm all about soundtracks right now, and it didn't have a soundtrack, so I'm not too disappointed. But it was kind of disappointing.
Damn, yeah.
Why are you all about soundtracks right now? Is that just like you're going through a phase or something? Or
Yeah, like for a while I was all about statues, and then
interesting. I understand. I went through a
And
hard
then, like-
phase. So
there was a weird time when I just needed bookends, and then like Little Big Planet 2 was like, "Hey, bookends!" I was like, "Oh my gosh, that's exactly what I needed."
that's an unusual thing. Just going through a phase. What?
Well, no, it wasn't about collector's edition. It was just like I needed bookends. And it
I
was
know
just-
that's
it
like
just
it's
happened to
unusual
be-
to.
And then it was yeah, and then it was weird because like Mortal Kombat also had a bookend collector's edition. I was like,
Huh,
should I get that too?
that is weird.
It is nice though. It's like they're getting away from statues, which is
Yeah.
sort of cool, but it's like they're getting into like this more stupid stuff at the same time.
I've noticed like a lot of Japanese-based games are like doing those pins and stuff. Because like I know Monster Hunter came with one, and Codename Steam is apparently coming with the Majora's Mask one for whatever random reason. And it's like I've noticed Kingdom Hearts, one of the previous ones had one as well. It's like they seem to be doing those a bit too.
Actually, the Kingdom Hearts one is, I think it's pretty cool now because I had it and then I went to Disney World and there was you know how they have the pin trading, right? And it was just like the store.
No, I don't know how they have.
They have
I don't
pin trading there now. Holy
Yeah,
crap.
like
hell.
the clerks in the stores are just wearing like a whole bunch of pins, and then like this little girl ran up to a bunch of them and just that, oh, can I have that one? And they're like, oh, pin trading, and then they trade, and then she gives her one of their, she gives them one of hers, and I was just like, wow, this is actually happening.
Well,
And-
Tropical, keep in mind, it was a little girl. Just saying.
They
Whatever.
trade for anything.
That's what they used to drum up excitement for Kingdom Hearts 2.5. Like they said, "Oh, you know, we're getting one of these authentic like Disney pins that will only come with this game." And I was like,
Disney, whatever.
Epic
Excuse
Mickey.
me?
Epic Mickey also incorporated that into the game. Like it was one of the mechanics. It was like pin trading is a big thing at Disney. So we have that in
Interesting.
Epic Mickey. And I was like, "Oh my gosh. That's so cool."
Hold on,
That's-
excuse me, Tekken. What do you have against Disney?
I'm just saying, you guys and your inability to not see from your indoctrinated through the pixie dust
Wow,
of
really?
the mouse ears
Really?
all the time on this podcast. It's like, oh,
Do
Disney.
you like Marvel and Star Wars?
You can say that now, Tropical. You can say that now.
But
that,
wait,
no, that's